Welcome back to Just Your Average Podcast. We took a week off, and you guys didn't really care.
Yeah.
That's
They
fine.
wouldn't have known if you hadn't said anything.
They might not even know that I said anything to begin with. I said something horribly offensive.
Welcome to Just Your Average Podcast.
Welcome to Just Your Average Podcast.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm Chad.
Welcome to Just
That's
Your Average
Chris.
Podcast.
That's Chris.
I'm
This is other
Chris.
Chris.
This is
other
Chris. That's Chad.
That's Chad.
This is
Welcome to Just Your
loose
Average
cannon.
Podcast. I'm Chris.
At least I have a bunch of different intros to go with, so it doesn't matter at that point.
How you guys doing today?
And welcome.
I've had the worst farts. So, I had to get them all out while I was in the car on the way here. Thank God it took an hour to get down 146. But, because I knew as soon as I got here, if I farted, I might have made one of you vomit.
Nah, impossible.
His brother has the worst farts.
Yeah.
Oh, alright, never mind then.
My older brother's fucking... Because all he eats is meat and cheese. So, when he farts, it's horrific.
And he'll be doing it when we're working too, and he'll make a point to try to go in front of us.
To, fart in your face, or if he's, downwind, he goes out of his way to make sure.
That's hot.
It's fucking gross.
That's fine. Damn, Batman's definitely getting a shitty penis on his face.
Damn, man.
That's to scale, too.
So I guess we're going to get that out of the way because I want to piss Matt off. The Xbox looks like a piece of shit. Get fucked.
Yeah, that looks
And the
dumb.
naming series is fucking stupid.
What's the name of it again?
X.
Series X.
Yeah,
Series
the
X.
Series X.
They should have just stuck with Xbox One, Xbox 2, Xbox 3.
Why is it called the
Xbox
Series
4.
X though?
Because they ran out of names. And
They were like, yeah, this is the Xbox One X.
The problem I look at it with the naming is if you look at the Resident Evil movies, I don't know which one comes first. Because it's Resident Evil Revelations and Resident Evil Genesis, and it's which one's which.
I miss when they could just put numbers.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what you're getting into.
Or just call it the Super, because then you're like, oh, this is better than the last one.
Yeah.
Like the Super Nintendo.
Dude,
That was awesome.
then the fucking Wii.
And then the Wii U.
What did the
U.
U stand for? Did they ever say?
No.
The U didn't stand for anything.
It was just like,
it's yours. It's you.
Americans like putting you at the end of stuff.
They have those things. What are those things called? Vowels? Let's put a vowel at the end of it. Just choose one.
Any.
U. It's not even a vowel. Fine, run with it.
And I don't care what you say. The new
No, it looks like a
PS5
piece of
looks
shit.
awesome.
It looks like shit.
I haven't seen what it looks
It's
like.
a dev kit. It's the dev kit.
I showed
I mean,
you,
it's the
didn't I?
dev kit, so it don't matter.
Yeah, but Chad's like, oh, this is what it's gonna look like, and
Yeah,
I'm like,
dude,
it's
the dev
definitely
kit.
not.
No,
That's
they're
not-
saying that's what it's gonna look like.
No, that's the dev kit. They've already been seen in the wild.
Can you bring it up on the computer, Chris?
No, because you fucked the internet, and I don't have any of this now.
Yeah, that's the dev kit.
That was
Yeah.
awesome.
Dude, and if that's what it comes out looking like, I don't want it. That's
Why?
dumb.
I can agree with that sentiment because it looks like a piece of
Because
shit.
first off, all what looks to be the fans are in a U in the center.
Which means they're all
so
blowing
they're gonna
into
blow
one
into
another.
each other, and it's
Yeah.
gonna overheat and melt in like a week, man. That's dumb fucking craftsmanship.
You just don't know technology.
What see, here's what I could be happy with. If it is actually a thing, if they move over to SSDs, it loses the whole fucking bottleneck for having to deal with any degree of a fucking CD drive.
Yeah,
Literally, it goes in, it automatically boots up as soon as you start it.
it's just, is the SSD price gonna cost more than a CD?
No, because at this point they're in
But
the
are they
same
gonna
range.
charge us more? Because they'll be like, look, it's futuristic and fancy. Here's $50 added onto the price.
Probably not.
Because I saw the controller.
No, because people would lose their tits.
I saw the controller, and it looks like a DualShock 4, but instead of getting rid of the touchpad, it's like an LCD touch screen.
So they basically took a Wii U and they were
And
like,
put it-
let's shrink it.
But it's the home menu on the thing. So like
That's
instead
pretty
of
cool.
having to hit the PSN button and go to settings to change stuff, you can just do it on the controller real quick. My thing is, that's now $80 added onto my fucking controller. And
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna be
how big is the controller? That's my thing.
About the
well, it's
size
the
of-
size of a DualShock 4.
Yeah.
It might be a little bigger, so like the screen.
It would have to be
The
bigger.
screen will probably.
Would that be cool for like shooting games and fighting games?
'Cause
So you could like switch
It'll
weapons
probably
right
the
on
screen
there.
will probably be like that big. That's like
That's
enough.
too, but no, that's
just
too
to-
small to me. Because if you were looking at the way you had it, like
Yeah.
you had it about here,
Yeah,
that's
probably
way
be
too
like-
small.
But here's
This
the thing:
big.
the icon is it's probably going to be like one solid icon that you scroll through.
Yeah, but at that point,
Yeah, but it's
you're-
gonna be cool in games. So you could switch weapons and stuff right on the thing.
No, that's dumb as shit because
No,
you
it
can just
is.
hit triangle.
It is.
Yeah,
But what
that's-
it's
you
gonna
have you press buttons, they automatically move.
It's going to be
things.
for when you get messages, you can just see the message there and instantly reply there. That's
Yeah.
It's going to be used for networking and socializing. And
Yeah, but that still requires you to pause the game. I feel
not,
like
not if you're doing it in the controller.
No, because then you have to look down at the controller. And
Well,
it's
I
just
mean,
like,
if you can't multitask while you're playing video games, you know what I mean?
because I can't jerk off and punch myself in the face at the same time.
Yes, you totally can.
Can you rub your belly and tap your head?
Both hands. Because, like, it's super easy. You know?
He's just like over his shoulder. He's like, nah!
Chris just ended up like, oh fuck, punching his dick.
Yeah, I got it backwards.
Gotta calm down.
Got it backwards.
But no, I'm not. I don't care. Like, honestly, I feel like they're gonna pull more ideas from the Switch because it's doing so well right now. I don't think they're gonna be detachable, but I think they're definitely gonna aim for like probably the size of Chad's phone, not this size because this is a little too big.
I feel like the screen would be like 4 inches. You know, 4 inches. That's all you need. You don't need any more than that.
It's not about how big it is. It's about how you use it.
Yeah, if they do a good job with a small screen, everything works.
I don't really care at this point.
I don't know, I feel like that little thing they have on the PS4 controllers was kind of a fail.
What, the touchpad?
Because they wanted to do like touch games with it, like Dead by Dawn?
Something like that,
Dead
yeah.
by Daylight.
Not Dead by Daylight, that's a different game. That's the one where you're running from the killer. What's the one where it's like a story?
I know the one you're talking
Until
about.
Dawn?
Yeah.
Until Dawn. Yeah, they
Because it had
touch...
Hidden Panettiere and all those
Dude,
famous people.
Did you play that game?
No.
It was so good.
It's interesting to
I
watch.
thought it was going to be like a Telltale, like linear, like this is the story you go on and your choices don't matter, but like...
Is it on that PlayStation?
Yeah.
I have it installed and all that stuff.
I don't know. I just don't... I'm going to say with PlayStation because I know the exclusives are good and I'm in the ecosystem.
I've just never been excited for like an Xbox exclusive besides for Cuphead. Once I eventually get a Switch, I'll be able to play Cuphead again.
Here's the problem.
Halo. I was psyched for Halo.
Yeah, but I mean, at that point, you can just get it on the PC.
Yeah.
And if there's any idea of how much it's going to cost, it's alleged to cost $600 for the Xbox Series X.
Yeah.
At that point, you can just
PS5 though.
no.
That's
I don't.
$600.
I don't think they're going to do that.
Well, PlayStation 3 was $600, and they learned from their mistakes.
Yeah,
the
So you think they're just
going
going to take a massive hit like they did with the PS4?
Yeah, because if
You
again,
make more money off.
they sold the system for cheap, right? And it was a fucking awesome system, and everyone has one.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Like everyone I know that owns an Xbox is like, man, I wish I had gone PlayStation.
That's because everybody migrated.
Yeah. Because when I bought a PlayStation 3, 360 was the hot shit, and I was sitting there like, fuck, I bought the wrong brand.
But then you had all those great single player
All
games,
those
and you were
fucking
like,
awesome Japanese weird games like
and
Yakuza and
dude,
stuff.
God of War on top
God
of
of
it.
War.
Like,
God of War was. I
love those
like
God of
Dawn
Wars.
of not Dawn of War. I like Devil May Cry more than God of War.
I like Devil May Cry, especially 3. It was my personal favorite. But God of War just has like that special niche point where you're just like, I know I'm a badass. And I can rip you apart in an instant.
God of War did the ultimate revamp though, because the old games are like totally full cheese, macho, like Greek.
Yeah, but it gives you like the overarching story.
No, it's awesome. The story's awesome. I think
Yeah.
just the character's totally different in the new game.
Well,
He's,
it's
like, more-
because
He
you
gets
know what
older as a
happens at the one before this one. He kills Zeus and Greece is wiped off the map.
Yeah.
So he's like, I fucked up, and then he goes to wherever the Norse people are and just feels bad about it.
So that's something they don't explain, because at the end of God of War 3, he kills himself. And
Yeah.
then if you watch the post-credit scene, it's like, there's a phoenix, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, he comes back and he's super sad.
But he got laid and has a son.
Yeah.
Who's... I don't know if you played it. Do you care if I spoil it?
I played a little bit of it.
Don't spoil it, because it's a pretty dumb spoiler, and you figure it out halfway through the game, but it's still fun to figure out.
Is it not his kid?
No, it's totally his kid.
All right.
It's just everything that goes along with it is just like,
You put it together halfway through the game.
So he ends up not being a super bitch.
no.
Of course he turns into a badass. He's the son of Kratos.
Dude, like like just before the end of the game when you're dealing with like
Yeah,
Atreus,
yeah.
it's just like,
Yep.
I know. I got to play through Spider-Man, then I'm going to play God of War.
oh my god.
Spider-Man was good.
I would play Spider-Man. I just have I don't have the money for it right now.
I played through it in all its DLCs, and I 100%ed the main game, but I didn't care to 100% the DLCs because
It wasn't worth it.
So you couldn't get the
it was
platinum?
just like ah.
Yeah.
You know,
I understand
I
it.
liked the story, and once the story was over, because I downloaded the game, forgot about the DLCs, and then one day it was like install DLC Chapter 3, and I was like, whoa.
It's like there are 3 other things I can play
so
now.
I blew through the first 2 chapters and then did the third one, and I was like, that was great. But I didn't feel like doing, because I'd already
Yeah.
explored the entire city top to bottom and did everything. It was just more like fetch quests and destroy that base encampment.
And
like,
find all the recipes.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't feel like doing that.
What do you guys think of that I Am Jesus Christ game?
I think it's a cool idea. I'd play it.
Do you think it's going to go... You've never seen that one?
It's a VR game where you go through the life of Jesus.
But
I don't care.
And there's like
It could be
pictures of
cool.
him like a demon thing behind like a guy.
Is Jesus a white dude or is he tan?
Yeah.
He's
Jesus.
Middle
No.
Eastern.
Middle Eastern people aren't fucking white.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
All right.
I'm
What
re-
are all Middle Eastern people an Iraqi stereotype, or is there a wide variation?
There is a wide variation.
Where are the Caucasus Mountains that Caucasian people are named after?
I don't know.
In Iran. Middle East is kind of white.
The more north you go, definitely.
Yeah, but
Anyway.
more south. Anyway, yeah.
I'm really hoping it goes
Sorry, that's
super
just-
No, it's
fantasy.
fine.
Because in the trailer it shows you like healing people and doing all this stuff, walking on water.
Shows
But then
you
there's
a
like
fight.
pictures of like him like with a demon in the background, like possessing a guy and stuff.
That's
So I'm
fine.
really hoping it kind of goes balls to the walls, and it's not just like a.
Do you need a bottle?
Yeah, I
Here.
left my keys in my coat. Thank you, friend.
You're welcome. I don't care. It's whatever. If it's a good game, I'll play it.
I just want
It's
to...
not going to be a good game.
No, it'll be okay.
You never know.
I think what it is an excuse to get Christian parents to buy their kids VR headsets.
And then when it turns out that you're murdering people
Not
as
only-
Jesus Christ.
Like, because you get the VR headset on, and it won't show up on your screen, so your parents will be like, let me see what you're doing. You put the
And it's
headset
porn.
on. No, you put the headset on, and, like, you're curing people with diseases, and your parents are like, oh, this is a great, wholesome game. And as soon as they leave, you put on VR chat and just go, like, talk to anime strippers and stuff like that.
I saw big anime titties.
Like, that's the goal of the game. Like, that game is to get people to buy Oculuses.
I'm probably never going to be able to afford one.
Technology's not there yet. Call me when we have a holodeck. Like,
I mean, we're getting to like the point where it's like you have a battery pack, but it's like battery pack's just so fucking heavy, it's just kind of cumbersome.
I heard the thing, like, it just does the, like, after, like, 3 hours, it just hurts your face.
Yeah, because it's sweaty and you have to remember it has
Yeah.
to stay
I
there.
can't
like-
even imagine playing that for over 3 hours, though.
It's a
I
good
could.
game.
Yeah.
Just something on your face that long?
That's what I'm saying.
But at
like-
that point, like, I think within, like, the first hour and a half, you're not really paying attention to it. But as soon as, like, hour 2.5 hits, you're just like, my face hurts and it's sweaty and
Like,
disgusting.
once we get
yeah,
the
as soon
VR,
as you
we
sneeze and it, like, adjusts a little bit, you're like, oh, I gotta let this thing breathe.
Yeah.
You know, and then
once
you
we
pull
get
it off
VR
and
where we don't need glasses, or if we do have glasses, they're just like glasses like these you put on.
No, because that's augmented reality. That's
Yeah.
not virtual reality.
I want to walk into a room and go, computer, program 3742, and then just have a thing appear around me. And I'm
a
able
thing of just anime titties.
Yeah, I'm just able to, like, interact, and everything is kind of sentient, even though it's a hologram.
You just want to get one of those little treadmill things that you have to walk
No,
on.
I want to walk into, like, a room. And have the room expand and
Well, I mean, at that point, the floor would be moving. It wouldn't seem like it because you're moving in with it.
Well, I think the way they explain it on Star Trek is, like, when you start to reach the end of the wall, it'll show a turn in front of you. So you take the turn and you just wind up walking in a square the whole time, but it seems like you're walking forward.
I mean, yeah, but, like, let's say if it's your house,
Yeah.
like, and you know where your house is, like, it'd be a little weird if it took you on a turn. Like, on the way to your bathroom, like, your bathroom's here, the turn is right before it. Like, it'd be a
But,
little
like,
weird.
you're not even aware you're taking the turn because it's a holodeck.
It'd
I
be
don't know.
it'd be
It's
interesting.
Star Trek, dude.
Yeah.
You know,
it's
like,
future shit. You don't have to think about it.
yeah, it just works. Okay, let's say the holodeck's real. Would you be Hitler?
No.
Like, it's just a holodeck.
Why is this where we go every
Chris,
time?
Other Chris is fascinated with the fact that if like we have any kind of virtual reality thing like that, he always wants to be the bad guy because he can't.
But
he doesn't want to be a real life
So
bad guy. 'cause
that's
it's
the
wrong.
difference, though, because you really want to like live out those fantasies of just being like a terrible person, and I agree with it. Like in
It's the worst thing you can do.
what's the other game?
Fallout.
Infamous.
Infamous, yeah, going full evil in
Just-
Infamous.
Yeah,
It was so much fun.
Yeah, and you were like, wow, this is nice to be a fucking terrible human being.
And then you gotta kill Zeke, and that sucked. I felt super bad about that. He's like, buddy, it's my one shot. And you're like, dude, don't do it, man. That sucked. That bothered
dude,
me.
Infamous Second Son.
I didn't play Second Son. Just as good.
Oh yeah,
It's free on PlayStation now. I think.
dude, it's awesome. Yeah,
I got something to do tonight.
the DLC, which kind of got me into the Infamous. I never played the first one. I watched all of it,
Dude, the first one was so good.
but like the second one, just because I don't have anything to go off of, it's really good. If you do go the complete evil route, the ending is definitely Like, I didn't expect it to go the way that it went, but, like, the ending was super gratifying for the evil ending that I took.
Yeah.
So, it's fun. I would recommend playing it.
Dishonored was like that, too.
Yeah.
Where, like, you're not supposed to kill anyone, but if you go through killing everyone, the city
It's
gets, like rat-infested and plague, and it's horrible, and everyone's poor and sad.
And you're just like, I've done this.
You starved to death, bitch, and then you knife her. Just run into the shadows.
Was that game actually good?
It's a Bethesda game, so it worked.
It's good to a point.
It's a Bethesda game.
So it's mediocre?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say mediocre.
I would say it's a video game. I would rent it from Blockbuster for, like, the weekend.
No, I'd say that for Shadow the Hedgehog.
Why would you rent Shadow the Hedgehog?
For, like, a day, because you're like, everyone says Sonic has a gun, and then you're like, this is not Sonic, but I can still shoot
Remember we
things.
used to have to rent video games to just take the gamble that it was going to be good? And then when you get home and play it for, like, 20 minutes, you're like, fuck, I'm stuck with this game for, like, 5 days.
The greatest moment of my life was taking a gamble on Resident Evil 4. Because I hadn't played a Resident Evil since 2. So, like, no 3, no Nemesis, no Origins, none of that shit. And I was like, alright, I'll fucking pop in Resident Evil 4. And I rented it on Friday, so Sunday morning, it was like, we gotta take the game back to Blockbuster. It was a 2-day rental, and I was like, no, it wasn't mine, it was a full week, trust me. No, trust me, full week. And I wound up keeping it for like 2 weeks.
Oh my god.
And then when we brought it back, they were like, that'll be like $100. And she was like, are you fucking
And your mom's like...
And I was like, Ma, it was a good game, though.
Yeah, but couldn't you just buy the game flat out?
No, not yet.
Yeah,
Really?
after you had, like, a certain amount of money you also owed, they wouldn't let you buy it. You had to...
Because I remember, like, if you had it for so long, they were like, you're just going to buy the game now.
Oh. Well, maybe that's like if you have it for like 2 months.
Yeah, at that point, they're like, we're not going to make money off this.
That's happening to me at the library now. I can't tell Pat, she'll get mad. Hopefully her son's watching. But I have, like, 4 books I took out, and I've had them for, like, 2 months now, and I kind of forgot I had them, because they're, like, books on drawing and, like, screenwriting and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And I kind of forgot I had them, because I haven't had time to do any of that. So I got a thing from the library. It's like, you owe $25 for this book, $25 for this book, $15 for this book, or you can pay, like, the late fees. And I'm like, the late fees might be just
Dude,
as
Chad
much.
knows how to suck the air out of a room. Holy shit. Good story, dude.
Fuck you.
How do you forget? Dude, like, how do you forget to fucking return books?
They're on my fucking shelf upstairs.
Because you're not reading them.
I'll be fair. When I took a bunch of books out of the NK library, I just never gave them back.
Yeah, that's because it's North Kingston. Who gives a
They're
fuck?
mine.
Yeah.
Books on dream reading and fucking witchcraft because I was an edgy teenager.
Ugh, Mom, it's not a phase.
Totally into Satan.
We used to walk around with his upside down cross. And
I liked that though, and I painted the cross blue. Like, yeah, so, you know, it was...
Really threw people off.
It had the little Jesus fella on it. It was pretty cool.
It was the Jesus fish.
Chris just likes reactions.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck yeah, at that point.
Life's a stage.
Ugh. Did you guys hear about the banana?
Shitty stage.
Yeah, that was dumb as shit, and
What?
I think it was staged. Some guy duct taped a banana to a
Oh,
wall.
yeah,
and then
125,000,
someone went
some
over
dude
there and
ate
ate
it.
it. I definitely staged. I don't know, monsters. Definitely staged.
Monsters.
I'm just gonna lock my car real quick.
Yeah. If that was real, like, I really hate
It
people.
wouldn't have been news. It would have just been a court case. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been
Your
news.
dog knows the sound of my car and she lost her mind!
Good job. What time is it? Oh, good. Riley's not sleeping yet.
Dude, yeah. I don't care. Who gives a shit about a banana?
That's so
it's just
stupid.
dumb.
I really hope it was fake.
Probably not.
It's 100% staged.
Nice.
It has to, because we wouldn't be hearing about, dude, this wacky story where someone ate a banana. We'd be hearing about the court case where someone ate a banana. You know what I mean? That guy, $125,000, and you ate my fucking banana. I'm taking you to court, and you're gonna pay me back $125,000. But there's no court, so it's got to be fake.
Yeah, but I mean, if you made the money beforehand and were already in a museum, fuck it at that point.
No, it was what do they
An
call
exhibit?
it? Yeah, an exhibit. So he's trying to sell it, and then someone ate it off the wall. It's got to be fake.
Yeah, but it also has a shelf life, so at that point you're just like, alright.
But yeah, but still, it's got to be. That's like if
Yeah, I know, but I'm
You
trying
know?
to like have the plausible aspect of it.
it's like if someone walked up to the Mona Lisa and just like took it and was like,
and then
I'm gonna,
fucked it.
yeah, or just like took it and like let it go and landed on the ground and went oops, and then everyone was like, oh, isn't that funny?
It's like, shucks.
No, he'd be in jail, you know. Like,
He wouldn't be in jail, he'd already be dead.
He'd be beaten to death by crazy French people.
He'd come like within 2 inches of it, and a French dude would throw like a sharpened baguette out of nowhere and rip his arm off.
Apparently,
It's
it's
like a
only
5
this
day-
big.
Yeah, it's shitty.
I want to see it still, though.
What is it?
The Mona Lisa.
Mona Lisa.
I thought the Mona Lisa was like...
Do you want to know why it's called the Mona Lisa?
Because
she's moaning.
Oh. No, she has a smirk.
Yeah, it's because she's diddling herself underneath her dress.
I remember being like, the smirk was never there years ago.
Oh, Mandela effect bullshit.
It's like Berenstein and Berenstein.
Oh, I had a Mandela thing recently. Oh, Jaws' girlfriend from Moonraker. Or was it Moonraker? I don't know. She smiles at him, and he smiles at her. Now, when I was a kid and I saw it, she had braces. But then I was watching a Bond marathon, and she smiled at him, and she had perfect teeth.
Yeah.
Wait.
And I was like, Mandela effect. You know, like...
I thought she had braces. I thought that's
No.
why he liked her.
That's what I thought, too. But I think my child brain pieced it together that way because I was a dumb kid. It's either the universe converged with another one, and we're the only ones that notice it, or I misremembered.
Mandela. We talked about the Mandela effect a lot.
It also doesn't help that, like, there's so much information moving throughout the world now, you just can't keep track
It's
of all of it.
information overload, Holmes.
Yeah.
Worst thing that ever happened to humanity was the internet.
It's also the best thing we could find this fine podcast.
I think it stifled us. I think we'd be
Average podcast.
I think we'd be on the moon if it wasn't for the internet.
No, because the moon doesn't exist.
Dude, as soon as porn was instantly ready to everyone everywhere, society just...
Dude, yeah.
I don't need a
Productivity
job.
just went downhill.
Yeah. They're like, titties are
Remember, like-
available everywhere?
Remember
Let's
the
go.
struggle? Kids will never know
Dude,
the struggle.
forest porn?
Forest porn.
Forest porn. I had
Yeah.
someone you remember the Phoenix magazine?
Yeah.
I found one that was like ruined by rain and had been like run over in the gutter in front of my house, and me and Eric were like looking through it, my neighbor, and we see tits and we're like,
Boobies.
and so like we ripped the pictures out, and it was like, you take half, I'll take half, and it was like
Just like the booze, like the little glow on the
a
nipple.
little bit, just it was enough, dude.
No, it's like the shit in Providence when you went to the liquor store and you could get like the newspapers.
The
and they had
the
like,
Phoenix,
yeah. Oh, I forget that's what they were called. I think there was another one, but like that was my first interaction with titties. Besides like,
Dude.
And that was a cool magazine back in the day too, because that's when you would find out.
Well, that's
about
what all the
concerts.
shows, shows and art installations.
But now it doesn't exist.
Then me and Eric were hanging out in because we would hang out at his house in the day because his parents were gone, and then my house at night because my parents were gone.
and then I slipped and his penis ended up in my mouth.
No, we had no one else in our neighborhood our age, so it was just we would hang out together every single day because there was nothing else, you know. So we're hanging out in his garage, and we were looking for a tarp because I think we were going to build a fort, and we yanked the tarp off, and there's just stacks of Playboys from like from the 50s to the 90s. Like stacks, like up to our faces, like 12 stacks, and we were like,
Where was that?
in Eric's garage.
It happened with me and this other kid. I used
So
to
we
hang
find the
out
porno, and we're like, this is so cool, and then we pull another thing, and it's just cases of Mike's Hard Lemonade. And I mean, it's
with. You guys just got drunk and jerked each other off.
we didn't know we were getting drunk. We didn't know we were getting drunk. It was just lemonade. So we were just sitting in his
So leads to them
garage.
jerking each other off.
No, we
Straight
were,
into my lungs.
It's not gay if you don't enjoy it.
no, there was no.
Just-
We didn't even know how to jerk off. We were like 9, you know. So like we're just flipping through pornos, drinking Mike's Hard.
They're like, yo, what you doing lemonade?
Like that girl's got a hairy pussy, never seen, or vagina, I never seen that before, you know. And then his dad comes in, and we just have fucking pornos.
He just looks at you, shakes his head. He's like,
In his head, he's like, I don't know whether to be proud or very
He
angry.
definitely was like, fuck yeah.
am I disappointed or do I have to put a show on for your mom?
Be like, Chris, I'm gonna tell your parents you're sleeping over tonight.
No, he was more like, stop drinking those, put that down, and go home. And I was like, all right.
So he stumbled back down the road.
The first time I ever found, like, not the first time, but we found, like, a giant stack in my friend's garage. And his dad was, like, a super serious, like, I think he was a religious kind of guy. But then we found, like, boxes. You know, like those comic book boxes I have, like, over there? They're, like,
Over there?
over there.
Right over there.
Right over there, viewers. Like, full of, like he said, like, all the old ones. Then we found, like, the Tori Wilson one.
Ooh.
And it was like, yeah, Sable and Tori Wilson. That was before the internet.
It's also the first. Never mind.
That was the
You
first
can't-
thing you whacked off to?
No. I don't remember. Oh, I remember.
How can you remember that?
Because it was weird, because my buddy was there.
That's where he has, like, asphyxiation on trans people.
No. It was just. I was sleeping over at my friend's house, and he was like, "You ever jerk off?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "All the dudes do it." So like, he was across the room under his blanket. I was across the room under my blanket. We were watching the Bunny Ranch documentary that used to show on HBO. And then I was like, "I'm gonna pee," and I ran upstairs and I did the do. And then I was like, "I did it," and he was like, "Yeah, me too, but you know, whatever." And I knew he didn't. And our friendship changed.
Two dudes jerking off in the same room.
Hey, if you haven't jerked off with your buddy yet, then you're not a real friend.
I don't have any
Not
buddies,
like,
so it doesn't
not
matter.
Like with them, but like in the same room watching the same porn. If you haven't done that, you don't have friends.
Very weird.
It's not even weird because you don't know what you're doing.
Back then, but now you think about it.
No, it's just part of growing up. What?
I wish that were the next logical step in that situation, but from my perspective, it's not.
You know what's really weird? Did you guys hear about the Ring cameras getting hacked?
I was doing that.
Dude, don't buy Amazon products that are connected
now
to the internet.
There's like a group of people going on and like talking to little kids.
Yeah, that's
like,
fine. That's your problem.
He's like, "Oh, I'm Santa Claus. Don't you want to be my best friend?" The little girl's like, "Mommy."
Yeah. Check this out. I used to have a Pastebin website with all these hacked cameras from across the world. They're all closed now. People figured it out. The website's dead. But, you know,
allegedly,
me and a group of people that remain anonymous on the internet would just go through and send funny clips we took of people in their houses. Just like a dude tripping over his coffee table. Like, look, this asshole and hungry tripped over his coffee table. You watch the 5-second clip of the guy walking and he falls and we all laugh. We caught some chick farting for like 5 minutes and that was
dude, that's
funny.
awesome.
You know, like, we weren't being like weird or malicious, but we've been doing this since like 2008, man.
Yeah.
Anytime you put a camera connected to the internet in your home, someone is watching you. That's just it.
That's weird.
It's more prevalent with
it's just like
Amazon
your cell phones are listening to you, your Alexa's listening to you, anything with a microphone or a camera is watching and listening to you at all times.
So now there's somebody watching my daughter just creepily staring at the camera. And
just
like,
let me win the Powerball.
Yeah, right? Wouldn't it be weird if I won the lottery?
Tomorrow?
Yeah. Why do you think Zuckerberg, the Zuck, had fucking... he had tape over his laptop's camera.
Yeah.
Like, if he's doing it... Come on, shouldn't we all be doing it?
You know he's not on Facebook.
He's the #1 spy, if you think about it. He created a website where people willingly give their personal information and track their whereabouts.
She didn't kill everyone for president?
Who's Zuckerberg?
No, he has more power than the presidency could ever give him.
Yeah.
He could pick the president.
It's all based on money, dude.
Money and influence. That's why
Trump's president. He lost the bet, and he's like, "All right, well, I guess I can make him president."
Trump.
I'm gonna fart in your mouth.
When Trump ran for president, it's because of that thing with Obama on SNL where he's like, "You'll never be president." I guarantee Trump was sitting in his house and he was like, "Oh yeah,
it's like, time for president."
Oh yeah, motherfucker! I'll run such a bullshit campaign. He played it right.
And look at where we are now.
Could be worse.
There's a year.
I don't want to touch your hair, but
oh yeah, make Christmas great again, everybody. Donald Trump.
Get mad at him in the comments.
Yeah, come at me,
bro.
Come at me, bro. Fuck you if you want to get violent over politics.
I can't wait till politics isn't like the main focus of every conversation.
That's not gonna happen.
It never not will be.
Religion and politics. There you go. And they all subcategorize into something different.
No one gave a shit until like 2008. Then everyone started paying attention, but like half paying attention.
That's because Obama came in the office and it was like, there's someone of a different skin color other than what we've had for the last 200 years.
It's not even that. It's like
it's the change thing. You got everybody like invigorated,
hyped, and then it's like you do realize nothing changes.
You know what we need to be more focusing on?
Oh my god,
pigeon hats.
No, we don't.
Dude, the fucking segues this episode.
What's the fucking news story there?
Did you see the guy who's putting pigeon hats on pigeons in Las Vegas?
Yep. He's putting hats on pigeons.
And now everybody's getting mad. They're like, that's horrible. You're hurting the pigeons because they don't know if he's like stapling it to their heads or gluing it.
Pigeons are fucking retarded. Just let them staple fucking hats to pigeons.
When I went to Baltimore, we were walking down because you have the inner harbor is safe and touristy, and then the outer harbor is fucking Baltimore. And we were walking through the outer harbor, and my brother like grabs my shoulder and he's like, "Look over there." And I look, and there's just a guy sweeping a pile of dead pigeons down an alley into a corner, and I was just like, whoa. And it was like this high off the ground, dead pigeons.
How old were you?
12 or 13.
Yeah, you saw definitely way too much weird shit when you were younger.
Hey, Andrew saw it too.
Dude, go to Boston. You see all
Look
the
at your
weird
brother.
Shit,
You and your brother dealt with it way differently. He, like, reserves it inside him, and every once in a while spats out weird stuff, and you just let it flow.
Is this the
taller one?
Rocco?
Yeah, he's been on the show. God damn it.
Oh, no, I thought it was the other one you were talking about.
No, the other one's different.
Yeah, I know he is.
How do you
We've
like
been
the
over
convention?
this. Huh?
Has he talked about it?
Yeah, he's talked about it. He said it was fun, and that's it. I'm gonna leave it at that.
How do you like the 18 plus show?
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Can we have him on the show to talk about it?
No.
I mean, if he wants to, but I'm not gonna. Don't bring him here to make fun of him. You know?
Chad will bring him here and
No,
make
because then
fun
he'll
of
like punch me in the face.
Yeah,
and beat
he
the
is
shit
a
out of me.
fucking Marine, so like,
The younger one?
yeah, he's as tall as me and like 190, like not 190, like maybe 160 pounds of like solid muscle.
All I'd want to do is just sit here and poke him the entire
Oh,
time.
he would fuck you up, dude. He has a temper. He's got my father's temper. It's not fine. He goes from 0 to like, I'm gonna stab you in the face and fucking rape your corpse. Like there's no in between. And
I feel like your dad's gotten a lot better. He's a lot more jokey now.
well, because he's not a cop anymore. He's not dealing with people trying to kill him every
Does
day.
have all that pent up frustration?
Are you that asshole who like throws the fucking packages?
No.
I would fucking slap the shit out of you.
No, I fucking hate that shit. Like, it's not mine. And if anything, I'm just gonna get in trouble when they open it and it's broken anyway.
Some dickhead left a package on my front step in a fucking like torrential downpour.
Yep.
And didn't put a plastic bag, so the box just got soaked.
Yeah, 'cause the policy that we have, I don't know if it's just my company I work for, because like Amazon hires out companies to do it.
Yeah.
But we're supposed to put trash bags around all their stuff. Like if it's raining or snowing or something.
See, it would be nice, but I ordered a blanket, $100 blanket. You're welcome, Nicole. And it was a box inside of another box, so it didn't make that big of a difference to me because I, like, all right, it's already in its own box.
They didn't know that.
Whoa.
The delivery people.
I mean, I think they have to.
No, I don't know what the fuck's in the box.
Oh, all right.
You just know it's a box.
Yeah, it says fragile. It says heavy.
What's in a box?
Right?
Whenever I get something like super heavy on a like I had to deliver to this tavern the other day.
Oh yeah?
It was awful because I'm in there and I'm like 7 boxes and each box weighed about like 40 pounds. Besides for the box of chips, but every other box.
Did they
was, like,
tell you
40.
what was in it or no?
No, the person didn't even know what it. Bartender didn't even know what it was. I just put them in the corner.
I would have fucking ripped the bottle. Well, at least one of them open. In that
Then
case,
you go to jail for tampering.
no, not him. The guy behind the bar
Oh,
opens
alright.
it.
No, she didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
I would've.
I gave it the chip. She's like, cool. And then she's like, all right, let's put everything else over there. But I'm carrying them in, and I'm like, out of breath, because I had to carry this box like one by one. Some doubled, because they weren't all 50 pounds. But
You said
They don't give you trolleys or no?
you fucking goggle. We have this weird thing, but I haven't. That's too much work. I don't feel like dealing with that.
There's a button and a lever.
It's lazy.
It's not a trolley. It's this weird thing. I'll take a picture of it and show you later.
Go for it.
But
That's laziness.
when I'm done, I'm just
Yeah.
looking at the taps, and I'm like, this is like 6 hours into my shift, and I'm like, God damn it, I really want you.
You said that to the bartender?
No, I said it in my head.
To the bartender?
Oh my God, I hate you.
You were looking at this male bartender, licking your
It was
lips.
a female bartender.
Trans bartender, licking your lips, and you were like, God, I really want you. Fucking weirdo.
Imagine if the delivery guys came and you're working behind the bar. He's just staring like directly forward, but you don't know he's looking at the taps.
Just licking his lips.
He's like,
Can I help you, sir?
You can't help me. He goes up.
Taps right at your crotch, so when he's doing it, you're like, whoa! Buddy!
dude, your phone vibrated again.
Did it?
No one pays attention.
I can't hear shit.
You can feel it, you fucking schmuck.
Hey, 2 loose cannons. Feeling pretty good now.
Oh, yeah, Chad's a real loose cannon.
He's so mean, isn't he? Mean to me.
Fuck
He's
that
a
face.
bully. You're a bully.
Not you, him.
Oh.
He made a face, and I kind of just wanted to like smother it with a pillow. I'm gonna
Yeah,
fucking
vibrate.
ruin your phone.
God, it's fucking Snapchats.
From who?
They don't have Snapchat.
Who's more fucking important than us, bitch?
It's like a group Snapchat I have with Patty and her sisters and stuff.
Oh, so you getting titty pics all the time, huh?
That's awful.
You can see the look in his eyes. He's like, I wouldn't mind a titty pic from Patty.
Ugh. Well, not Patty.
Whoa, that was the truth right there.
Oh my God.
The
no.
truth just
Oh
came
my
out.
god!
I was expecting you guys saying the
Paging Dr.
sisters.
Freud.
I hate you guys.
It's alright. Chad's daughter already has daddy issues. She's already covering her nipples up, so it's fine.
Wow.
Probably gonna have to edit that part out, huh?
Please do.
Welcome to Just Your Average Podcast,
Yeah,
where the first 30 minutes didn't fucking matter.
So you guys know how I had a bone marrow transplant?
Oh, yes. Yes, we do.
Did you hear about how... See, I was lucky. My bone
He
marrow...
was lucky.
Yeah, you can actually get DNA from your donors.
Yeah, it turns out your DNA from a bone marrow
Shut
can...
up! No.
Don't you like it when I ruin things for Chad when he tries to, like...
Sometimes when you get a bone marrow
Shut
transplant,
up!
your DNA changes to your donor's DNA.
Like, the semen can change to your donor's semen, and then you have a baby that's not your baby, but it's your baby because the semen came out of your penis.
Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
You don't know what we're talking about.
We're talking about how DNA from a bone marrow transplant...
Yeah, if you have a bone marrow transplant, the person you get the bone marrow
Yes,
from
I just
can
fucking said...
change your DNA.
They made a
fucking
movie about it
kill
called Invasion of the Body Snatchers. It was pretty good. It's from like the 50s. It still holds up.
I know it does.
No, they are just figuring it out now that it can actually physically do
Okay,
that.
am I in danger?
You haven't had a bone marrow transplant.
Okay, so
Are
this
you in
doesn't
danger?
affect- Are you in danger?
No.
Okay, so...
I'm just
Congratulations.
saying, imagine if like you have somebody else's DNA now and you
No, I don't care.
and you commit like
rape
a murder.
and murder. Rape and murder. That would be the new norm for Chris. Because I'm not going to get caught. Fucking Charles in Connecticut is. Fuck that guy. He was dumb enough to give me his bone marrow.
I wouldn't... I'm not gonna get into that fucking... I was about... Dude...
If Purge Day was real, what would be the first thing you'd do? Rape and murder.
No, I just kill people.
I don't know if I could physically, like, and emotionally and consciously do that.
Yeah, but it's Purge Day. Everyone's doing it. Have some fun.
Yeah, but...
Go to an elementary
That's the
school.
most Whoa, alright, well...
As Jesus said, do unto others that you would like to be treated, Chris.
Yeah, but
Two
it's-
wrongs don't make a right.
But
Look.
it's Purge Day.
Look, you
And I
rape
gotta say-
someone
Purge Day,
rapes
the
you.
most thing I would probably
This
do
is all
is like,
gonna get
throw
edited
bricks at,
out.
like, a bank or something.
It's Purge Day.
Set a
I
bank
got a
on
sledgehammer.
fire.
I'm heading to the elementary school, and I'm getting shit done. It's fucking Purge Day.
Never too late for a late-term abortion.
Oh my God.
Like, do you know how easy it would be to just... and then, you know? Because it's only 7 and the head is still soft.
What the fuck? I'm gonna watch this back and like I'm gonna look into my eyes and I'm gonna see like
Even
the
that's a little
half-tired-
fucked up for me.
I just see like from a movie, like the shot from down below me,
Nope,
like
see, this is
"Ah!"
where-
and then like a shot to like a dummy head just getting caved in, and then like the blood and the squib, and then cut back to
I
me.
honestly don't think you could, because I feel like if the apocalypse ever happened, the three of us might be too soft.
I'm not soft.
No, I'd be able to survive that.
You think so?
I wouldn't be like a murderer, but I would talk. I feel like I could talk my way out of it.
Out of everything that I have to deal with, I'm more than happy staying away from people, stabbing people I don't like, or ripping open their arms because they're fucking assholes.
There's so much more that goes.
Yeah, there's...
I don't care though.
Like, I like to think if something like that happened, I would be all up and be able to, like, fight back and do all that, but you don't know how you're gonna emotionally and physically react.
And
to it.
everyone forgets. Everyone's like, "Oh, I could totally take on raiders and shit like that," but it's like, where are you getting your water from? Do you know
Water, food.
Where do you find
Are you
water?
sleeping safely?
Yeah, like, you're gonna be able to scavenge. Like, other Chris and I are kind of lucky that our job requires walking.
Yeah,
So, like, we're conditioned to walk, like 10 miles a day.
But even so, like,
Nothing, I'm not saying you couldn't do that.
But,
I'm just
like-
saying, like, we have a... Like, if it was like The Road. Remember The
Yeah.
Road? Did you ever see The
the
Road?
movie's amazing.
It's like a
It's
post-apocalyptic
like
survival
it's like
movie.
Depression, the movie. It's so good.
There's a
Okay.
lot of walking in it, and
Depression the movie.
Yeah, dude, it's so,
So good.
depressing.
I don't know. Like, I definitely think, like, most of it... Like, in these movies, it's all people attacking people here and there. But I feel like at the end of the day, it's going to more rely on trying to find, like, stuff to survive.
There's that scene in the road where they're sleeping under the bridge, and he manages to collect like he has the bottom part of a can, so like the last inch, and that's all the water they have, and they each take a sip, and that's fine. And then he opens up like an Altoid container, and there's like a dead cricket and half of another dead cricket. That's all they have.
Yeah.
For like, that's it. They're now out of food and water. You know, could you handle that?
Sure.
I don't think so, man. I don't think I could handle that.
Yeah, I'm not bashing on anybody, because I feel like I can adapt to things pretty well. But I feel like in a situation like that, it's like...
I was talking to this kid with diabetes, and we were talking about the apocalypse.
Oh, he'd be fucked.
And he was just like, I will die. And we were like, I was like, what do you mean? You're like a big he's like a muscular dude. He's
Yeah,
pretty
that doesn't
smart.
mean anything.
He's got a degree in biology and shit. So I was like, you're smart, you're strong. And he goes, yeah, but once insulin's gone, I'm dead. And I was like, oh,
Yeah, you
right.
can't synthesize insulin.
Right, because he's a type 1 guy, not a type 2 guy. So like,
Well, yeah, he's done.
he's fucked.
Like, first week, done.
He was like, I could raise pigs and harvest this thing called bolus from pigs' bone marrow or something like that and use that to... And I was like, yeah.
That's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work.
not...
So we just like ransack the pharmacy.
Yeah, but even
Where would you go like first?
Oh.
Super Walmart in Coventry.
I definitely go to a pharmacy.
I'm going to my house, and I'm going to tell my dad all that gun and ammo stockpile. It's about to pay off.
All right, I'd go to Chris's house first. Then we go to the pharmacy, get a bunch of drugs and stuff. Then we would sell the drugs for supplies and
Yeah,
stuff.
and
Or-
you and everyone else with that plan.
No, because nobody else has the plan.
Go to Walmart.
They're all just panicking, being like, let's loot stuff. And me and you are just going to the pharmacy.
Go to the Super Walmart in Coventry because they're all way too fucking drugged out in Coventry to actually fucking do anything.
We need to go to like some shitty pharmacy.
No, we need to not do anything for the first week.
Yeah, people will kill each other. All you have to do is
panic.
just collect some food.
Right? Just
collect
sit
some
down
water.
for a week, collect yourself, fortify your location, then you start expanding.
Yeah.
You also try to find people of like mind. Like, you have to... You
don't want it to be too big, though.
No, I think like 10 people is like...
10 is much. I would set it at 7. 7 is good.
No, because it at least gives you 3 people to use as cannon fodder.
Well, I'm saying 7, you have 4 stay home. Yeah, well, I know what he's saying with cannon fodder. 4 stay home, cook, clean, defend, create, 3 scavenge. And you just interchange that.
What would you be? I definitely want to be a scavenger.
You're not physically able to scavenge.
I am physically able to do whatever the fuck I want.
No, you're not.
Probably
I can
cook,
scavenge.
cook, defend, and
Wait, you think I'm too
doctor.
fat to scavenge? Why?
You can't fit through small spaces.
Oh, I can fit through anything if I put mine to it.
Could you fit through a window like that, viewer?
Yeah. That's not that small.
I think you would struggle.
I have the fragility.
Would you be able to fit through a window like that, viewer?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I have.
I don't think so.
We're gonna have like
I'd be no, I
You're-
know.
You're
at home.
too big.
I'm a cook,
You're at
doctor,
home,
and defend.
Yeah, you're
See,
there.
you're tall though. I'm short, so I don't have as like much body to get through this stuff.
But he'd be at base looking over the fence. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I'd be
That's
like,
you.
there's a motherfucker coming up the road.
Just
Get
gets
you
a
done.
slingshot.
Dude, a wrist rocket with like a metal BB will fuck someone's day up. My buddy Josh had I think I told the story where he hit the kid across Curtis track, and everyone was like, fuck, and he had like a welt on his head, but it was so cool because he hit him from like 300 yards away.
Wasn't the kid not even mad?
No, because it was fucking like, whoa, you nailed him. He and let it go.
I definitely want to like scavenge as much either aluminum or steel as possible, just so you can like you don't even have to worry about bullets. It's literally just make armor and weapons because you're gonna need something to like at least protect your chest.
Just rob a Dick's Sporting Goods, man.
No, that's not gonna do shit for you against someone with a pointy metal knife.
Step 1, we're going to my house, right?
Yeah.
So once we get there, Bob Rocco takes control. Okay?
And you don't like being under his control is like, yes, sir.
It's-
okay.
it's-
I'd already be pissed off.
The worst part
anyway.
is, like, you argue and you yell at him, and even if you're right, it doesn't matter because events will work out so that he's right. And it's just
he's
like
manipulating everything from the
somehow,
background.
like, that's his superpower. Is like it's like when he says something, even if it's wrong, it's
right.
becomes right. And he'd be like, and we wouldn't have to worry about getting armor and shit because we have bulletproof vests at my house and fucking
No, because I'm
ballistic helmets.
I'm not even talking like that. I mean, just like if you're out and about, you need just something that can go like even in this or even in this.
Yeah.
You need something that can go like at least underneath it that's lightweight enough that'll at least
Check it.
stop someone from like.
You know what you do? Take a magazine and you just wrap it. Magazines? You ever do that thing where you take one magazine page, you put it here, and then you put another?
Yeah,
on
it's
top
like the
of it,
thing with the
and then you try to
phone
pull.
books.
You
Yeah.
can't pull them apart. You take a magazine and you can't bite through a magazine. It takes a lot of force to stab through a magazine. If someone hits you with a machete, it'll break your fucking forearm, but it won't slice it. You know?
Pretty cool.
Yeah. But I'm
It's
not
the same
saying
thing
like a
with
Time
paper.
magazine.
Like if you get paper and you fold it
Yeah.
and like intricately weave it, it works like armor. It's more lightweight than like metal.
Tape like phone books to your body.
What I would do, I would just take a magazine, fold it in half, and duct tape it to my forearm, and just block with that.
I wouldn't so much duct tape it, just due to the fact of, like, you want a little bit more range.
Oh, no, it would only be from, like, here to here. And I would just duct tape it on, because I don't want it moving or coming off, but I still want to be able to manipulate my wrist.
What weapons would you guys want to, like...
Crowbar.
You want a crowbar?
Super versatile.
Yeah.
You can do a lot with a crowbar.
I'm just a super dork, and I just want, like, a katana. But I know eventually it just, like, break, and I'd be
Chad
fucked.
doesn't know how to use a whetstone, so it's, like, blunt, like, 2 days in. And he's just...
I would definitely want... I want, like, a dagger.
A
Or,
knife.
like-
Well, everyone's carrying a knife. Everyone's
No, I'm not talking, like, a knife. I'm talking, like...
a buoy.
No, like, something that's about this big, but not, like, this thick. Like, something that's, like...
Like a
part-
dirk or a stiletto.
Yeah, like, inch and a half that, like, you can just, like, hide up your sleeve, so it's just like, yeah, cool, alright,
Dude,
bye.
I used to have a really cool katana that had a dagger at the end of it. So if you fight, then you just go...
That's so stupid.
It was awesome.
So when Chad's fighting anime zombies,
When Chad's dead and we're both alive...
Chad comes out, so...
No, you guys are gonna just look over. We're doing, like, flips and stuff.
No, Chad's gonna be like, no, it's my monologue, stop, you can't attack yet, let me
No,
talk.
you guys would be like, I'd be like, how many zombies you kill? You'd be like 5, and you'd be like 6. I'd be like, I got 2, but it was badass.
Yeah, Chad does the thing where he wipes the blade off and he puts and then
I give myself a cut by accident. Like, fuck, I'm infected now.
slice your, like just the skin.
He flips the sword around, goes right through his thigh, he's like, I need help!
Chad, we told you stupid would start hurting, and we shut the gate behind him.
Dude, cannon fodder.
Right?
Would you ever want an axe? I feel like an axe would be awful, just because it would get, like...
No, it's got...
Get
It's,
stuck.
it's
A
versatile.
a hand axe, like a hatchet, if you hold it right close below the blade, it's more of a punching weapon.
But,
Yeah.
like, if you got, like, an axe that has a sledgehammer on the back, which you can find, that's gonna go through people. That's
Yeah.
not stopping at the shoulder. That's, oh, hey, cool,
Problem
your torso's
is,
gone.
Now you're carrying around like 40 pounds of steel.
Yeah.
That's... You want something light that'll, like one of those little hand crowbars that's like this big. Like Gordon Freeman. Ba, 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 ba. You can use it to break into doors, you can lift up sewers, you can do a bunch of shit with a fucking crowbar.
What would you want?
Dagger.
Dagger?
Like I said, dagger or, like, a sledgehammer, axe.
If we go to Bob's, we'll all have guns. Everyone will have a gun. He has so many guns.
I feel like
just like to
you just
avoid
you
that, though.
can't just have a gun, though.
Dude, alright, guns aren't for the zombies or the
It's for
monsters,
people.
it's for the people.
Yeah.
So, like, if everyone has a 9mm with, like, 8 rounds on them, you can probably fight your way out of most situations if you're conservative with your ammo.
That's with me. I was just like, oh, shit.
It's like, wow, I pulled the trigger twice. No, you pulled it 8 times.
If you shoot that fast, the casing's gonna get jammed, and then you're fucked, because I don't know
Yeah.
if you can clear breach. Pussy.
I still want us to take Chris shooting.
That'd be
Me?
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
One of
you're
my
gonna,
friends tried to take me shooting.
if
and I
you're
was
gonna
like,
hate
alright.
something, you need to at least know what you're hating.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
I think
Who said I hated guns?
guns are really
You said
cool.
it. Didn't he say he hated guns before?
I don't remember.
Will you go shooting with us?
He was gonna go
I-
shooting in New York, if I remember correctly.
No, it was, one of my friends was going to take me to go shooting in Coventry.
That's the nice gun range.
Yeah,
You should go
mid-state.
there.
Yeah, and
That's like the professional nice one.
yeah, they weren't doing it at the time, and I was like, I'm not paying $200 to do this, so
It's worth it, I think.
I would be. But
I've
I
only
mean,
been shooting once and it was awesome.
I've been
I also
shooting a
got
few
yelled at
times.
for doing like the Terminator shotgun
Yeah,
thing.
idiot. You're
Yeah,
at a
that's
fucking shooting range.
stupid.
I had to.
No, you didn't.
Well, I got yelled at by my friend. Nobody else saw
I
us.
saw a video of a urban gentleman at a shooting range, and he had like an AK, and he was shooting it like this, and like he had one leg up, and he was bouncing, and then when that ran out of ammo, he threw it on the ground and pulled his pistol out and started walking at the target like this, and you could see everyone else at the shooting range like, should we stop him? Like,
It's like at this point, he's already halfway down the range.
he's like
so-
having fun, but like he's gonna hurt himself or someone else.
Yeah, shooting a gun like this is awful.
But he was like throwing his wrist into it with every shot.
See, like
It's like,
wanted, where you can curve the bullet.
no, I just think he was like,
I want to slap you so badly.
I look
sometimes.
cool. That's why drive-bys, everyone misses all the time, because they're not fucking aiming. They're doing it to look cool. They're not doing it to shoot someone.
Handguns are so hard to shoot. Like actual like targets and stuff.
Yeah,
Don't teacup it, right? Everyone teacups it.
but you also got to keep your thumbs down because the exhaust will rip your thumb off.
Well, yeah.
I've seen it in some
It'll
cases.
bite you.
Yeah,
The slide will come back, so you got to kind of... I don't know. It's
you
fun.
get used to it. I've watched enough
Did you see the remake of Death Wish with Bruce Willis?
Oh God, did you actually watch that?
Yeah, it was great.
Was it?
There was still rape and murder, so I was okay with it.
Was it bad good?
It wasn't as good as Bronson.
Because I heard it was just a god-awful movie.
I don't know how many
It was a dumb
minutes of this
movie.
we can use.
Well,
he just said rape and murder.
Yeah, the plot of Death Wish is this dude's family gets raped and murdered, so he walks down the street killing anyone that looks like a criminal.
So it's the Punisher without being the Punisher.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's made by Canon Films and stars Charles Bronson, and it's fucking bananas.
Action Bronson.
Yeah, it's fucking bananas. But the new one has Bruce Willis doing all that stuff, and they try to make it more real. He's like kind of a prepper. So,
Wasn't he like a cop at first?
or in the army or something. I don't know, but anyway, he's shooting, and the slide comes back and fucks his hand up. And they have video, but he's like wearing a mask and a hood, so like the cop sees his hand fucked up, and he's like, "How'd that happen?" He was like, "Working on the lawnmower." But it like, you know,
Yeah.
and it's like cool little stuff like that. The end fight scene is kind of lame.
Yeah.
The gang is like, they try to do like the multicultural gang, where it's just like that Asian guy speaking like a black person, and that black person speaking like a Spanish guy, and the white guy's doing a Japanese accent. It's like, why? You're trying to be diverse, but it just sounds weird now. But it was okay.
Would you be in the good or the bad group, though, if the apocalypse happened? Would you be the selfish group, or would you be the one trying to help people?
It'd be selfish group, for sure.
It depends.
Do you think at that point you need to be in the selfish group?
No, because it's whatever helps me get ahead. I don't give a
think
fuck
that's
about the rest of you.
selfish.
Yeah, I think
No.
I think the selfish...
That's super selfish.
No, it's whatever keeping me, the rest of you fucks, and my girlfriend alive.
So selfish...
That's the selfish route.
Yeah. There's the
It's not... The selfish route isn't always the bad route.
Alright, it's altruism and the opposite, whatever the opposite of altruism is.
Oh, I actually just did one of these. It was a thing on the internet. I can find it for you and send it to you. But like it tells you like how altruistic you are just based on like stupid fucking questions. It's kind of cool to look at. It was worth like the 10 minutes of my life I wasted to do it.
I ended up being Vegeta in the Dragon Ball one.
Ooh, wow.
Badass.
Are you salty? Do you want to date a blue-haired girl? Do you want your kids to have purple hair? You're Vegeta.
I'm just gonna dye Patty's hair blue in her sleep.
You will die.
Dye Riley's hair blue. Riley'd probably love it. Did you watch the Wonder Woman trailer?
Yeah.
Kristen,
What the fuck is wrong with you? Why wouldn't you think I watch that? Because of how good the last movie is, I want to go in and say, wow, they're actually learning from their mistakes. But I don't want to say that because the Wonder Woman was the only good DC movie I've seen that's like in the canon.
Shazam was amazing. Shazam's my favorite DC
that
movie.
I've seen.
You haven't seen Shazam yet?
No.
Oh, you would like it a lot. It's
Yeah,
your
Zachary
type of
Levi
movie.
has it in it. Of
I
course,
can't believe you haven't watched it yet.
automatically going to just cream myself.
See, he hasn't seen the Wonder Woman trailer yet.
It's good.
I kind of want to pause.
It's surprisingly good.
And have him watch it.
No.
Me?
Basically, the trailer goes full comic book.
I don't care though.
It has her like riding lightning bolts from Zeus and stuff.
But I don't care.
Oh, it's so good.
You wanna know why I don't care?
Because you're a naysayer and you're too
Don't
cool.
care about comic book movies
They
anymore.
definitely
It's too
took the page
cool.
out of Thor Ragnarok.
Don't care.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good movie.
You know what I finally saw?
Penis?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Was it good?
It's pretty great.
It's a Quentin Tarantino movie.
Yep, dragged a little in the middle as Tarantino movies tend to do, but the ending, super violence, was totally worth
Was
it.
it almost 3 hours?
Almost.
Yeah.
I don't care if a movie's 3 hours as long as it can keep my entertainment.
It looked. I usually when I watch it, I talk through movies because I'm usually like, look at that, or that was dumb, or where's the lighting coming from?
You're the person I want to slap.
Yeah, it's not even that because the conversation's
There was
interesting.
a lot of shots of Margot Robbie's feet.
Yeah, a lot of fucking
That's
fetish.
disgusting.
But and chicks with armpit hair, but because you know,
Goddamn
60s.
hippies.
Yeah.
I don't.
Dude, there's so many moments where just characters are like, fucking hippies. And I'm like, yeah, fuck hippies. I hate hippies. But the end, ultra violence, is pure Tarantino. Just over the top, brutal.
It's the end. I don't care if you spoil it.
Okay.
Spoil is the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's the end.
Get over it.
The actual like Manson murders.
Okay, so what happens is, so the family in the original Manson murders, they kill the pizza boy at midnight, and that's when the carnage begins. So they pull up to Sharon Tate's house. Not Brad Pitt, Leo's house is the house just before it. She has to go up a long driveway to get to Sharon Tate's house. So they pull up to Leo's house, and they're sitting there with their shitty car idling, and Leo comes out of the house drunk and starts screaming at them to fuck off and get the fuck out of here. So they leave. And you're like, oh, okay, so it's over. But then as they're leaving, they're like, is that so-and-so, this actor that's in all these violent films? Dude, what if we kill the guy who taught us violence? And we're like, that's such a good idea. So they go back to Leo's house, and Leo's in his pool with headphones on, drinking margaritas, and Brad Pitt just did acid and is hanging out with his dog in the house. So the murderers come in the house, one through the back door, two through the front, and Brad Pitt's like, is this real? And they're like, we're real. And he's like, I'm on acid. Is this real? And they're like, we're the devil. We're going to do the devil's work.
Were they on acid too?
No. They're like, because they weren't in the real thing.
In real life, one of the guys was on acid, yeah. I
mean, maybe one of them, but they weren't. They were doing the murders because Charlie told them to do it. But anyway, so like, the guy like raises his knife to kill him, and that's when Brad Pitt realizes it's real, and he whistles, and this pit bull just grabs the dude by the arm and tears him to the ground, starts ripping him to shreds, and the girl behind him comes running at him with a knife, and he's holding dog food, and he just hurls it and caves her skull in. And the third girl runs at him, and he grabs her head and just starts bashing it into the mantelpiece. It's so over.
So Sharon Tate doesn't die in this one?
No one dies except for the Manson kids.
Yeah, because in real life, I think her name was like Fat Patty or something.
Yeah.
She was tripping earlier. Then the actor guy ended up tripping before they did it. And then Charles Manson's like, "You guys need to go do this," and they were already.
There was no actor guy. The people at Sharon Tate's house were all coked up and high and drunk and shit.
One of the guys that was in Charles Manson's thing was like an actor.
No, he wasn't. He called himself an actor.
Yeah, but anyway, he was tripping balls. That's why it got so sadistic and everything.
It got sadistic because Charles Manson wanted the words helter skelter and something about pigs written in blood.
Yeah.
So they took it their own way. But anyway, yeah, the ending's awesome. It ends with Sharon Tate being like, what happened down there? And Leo's like, well, I killed one with a flamethrower, and my stunt double and his dog killed the other two. And she's like, wow, that's crazy. Want to have drinks? And then, like, the movie ends. It's like, once upon a time in Hollywood. It's
I love the alternate history he does. Did you hear he might not make the Star Trek movie?
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Quentin. He's saying he's having second thoughts
let's
about
not,
it in the article I read.
Let's not have Quentin Tarantino
because right now
make
there's two Star Trek movies in development. His and then the sequel
If he did a Star Trek movie...
It'd be trash.
About the Dominion War that doesn't have anything to do with Cisco or Picard. It was just a random Starfleet ship with a random crew in the middle of the Dominion.
That murdered and killed everyone around them.
Well, it's the Dominion War, right? Remember, like they find the wormhole, Deep Space Nine's near it.
Do you remember? I don't.
And there's this alien race called the Dominion, and it's one race, and they blow the fuck out of the Romulans, they blow the fuck out of the Klingons, they blow the fuck out of the Federation. The Cardassians are getting blown the fuck out, and everyone's like, Cardassians. They're like Nazi lizards. They're so cool.
The real Kardashians.
So, like, everyone's getting their shit pushed in, and they're like, okay, huge team up, let's go fight them. And there's all these cool laser fights in space. And just pick a random fucking, I don't know, what's the Nebula class? The sphere with the two things on the bottom. Random Nebula class ship just fighting the Dominion War with the captain having to make, like, decisions like, half my crew's dead, but we gotta go do this, you know?
Yeah.
That would be such
interesting.
Shot in Tarantino style with lots of fucking ultra-violent laser battles. Like,
you know what the funniest thing is, though?
The hole gets ripped open and everyone gets sucked out in violent and horrible ways.
No, you think that's going to happen, but a Quentin Tarantino Star Trek movie is basically just going to be like the
opening scene of Reservoir Dogs.
No, it's going to be like, what's the cowboy movie he just made? Not Django, the other one.
Hateful Eight?
Yeah, it's going to be like Hateful Eight. It's going to be a lot of talking, a lot of...
Which Star Trek is.
Yeah.
A lot of talking.
And I feel like a lot of Star Trek fans will like it.
But the problem is Tarantino likes to use... he likes to be like, look how cool I am. I'm Everyone's like, okay, yep, you threw it in a scene, whatever.
And then just censor that out.
Why? I'm quoting Tarantino in his film.
That's fine.
Remember when when he takes in Pulp Fiction, they take the dead guy to his place, and he's like, blood all over the car, and it's just like, okay, Tarantino, we get it, you're edgy as shit. You know?
Yeah, but I feel like I really hope if he does make a Star Trek movie, he holds back on his Quentin Tarantino isms.
That's not going to happen.
The whole point of the Federation is they're beyond racism. They're beyond swearing. They don't even drink real alcohol. It's synthahol. Yeah. They don't drink alcohol.
It's because they're sad little babies.
No, it's because they've advanced beyond it. They're a higher intelligent species.
The Federation?
The humans of the Federation. They're like beyond. Dude, Starfleet isn't part of the Federation. Starfleet is the humans' private military force, but the Federation uses Starfleet to solve all their military problems. That's how badass humans are. And other races join Starfleet instead of their own race's military because Starfleet's that badass.
That's cool.
Until you watch everything that goes down with the fucking Enterprise, and it's just like, everybody dies all the time on the Enterprise. We don't know why. It's a cursed ship.
Every admiral's evil, apparently. Every single admiral's evil.
Everyone that like helmed the fucking...
We're gonna militarize Starfleet. Dude, again? Like,
it's like, didn't this fail, like, 2 movies ago? Like, can we not do this again?
3 episodes. We have a secret project. We're experimenting on Romulans. Dude, again, Admiral? Like, again?
It's like, or maybe not. Like, we could just...
I want to teleport a bomb to the Klingons' homeworld. Admiral, you can't do that. Like,
it's like, not this episode, next episode. This
Hold
episode, we have to fight the Borg again, because they're back for some reason.
dude, the episodes where Picard gets taken over and becomes the cutest, and he knows all the Federation secrets, you're like, uh-oh.
And when he has, like, the weird, like...
Robot.
Yeah.
The
That's
Borg.
the Borg.
Was that actually good?
Yeah, dude, that 2-parter.
Wasn't that part of, like, Nemesis or whatever?
No, this is the original, or not the original, Next Gen. So the end of season, I think, 5 ends with him getting captured.
What movie is it where he has that?
It shows up for a second in Nemesis, where he's looking in the mirror and it pops through his face. That's because he's having flashbacks to being part of the collective.
Yeah.
Because once you're part of the collective, you're never truly out, and you'll always hear their voice in the back of your head.
Which is what made Picard, like, one of the more interesting characters. Because, like, he fucked the Federation sideways, but made it out.
And then came, like, Wolf 479, I think it is, where the Federation tried to fight 1 Borg cube and 1/3 of their entire army, like, entire Space Force was decimated. To the point of where even the Romulans and the Klingons were like, yo, we're probably going to help you with this Borg thing. This is like a
They're
little...
like, we know we hate you, but we also just saw you got your asshole ripped open, so...
you fuck us up on the reg, and they fucked you up.
So they're going to ruin all of us.
We should probably help you, because they don't want to communicate or negotiate.
Yeah. It's like, you guys at least want to have tea with us on the weekends.
Yeah.
Them,
Dude.
they just want to murder.
The Borg show up, and the first thing they say is, resistance is futile.
And they mean
just
it.
like...
Dude, and it's not like Doctor Who with the fucking...
Dialects?
Yeah, the Daleks. It's not like that. Literally, they're like...
We are the Borg. Resistance is futile. Power down your shields, disarm your weapons, and prepare to be boarded. And you're like, fuck that, so you shoot them.
Well, that's kind of how...
and they're just like, not today, motherfucker.
They cut a hole. They literally have a green laser come in and cut like a whole section of the Enterprise out, and then just bring it back to their ship with like 200 crew members on it. And just start putting robot parts in them. God, Star Trek is so cool, man!
Yeah, and then Enterprise came out, and it was like...
It was...
Enterprise wasn't a great series.
They tried to make Archer Han Solo, and it didn't work. Remember the first episode where he's like doing commando rolls and using 2 phasers, and it just...
But that's when as the seasons went on, they definitely changed his character.
Pull it back,
but
and
it's
make
like
him stoic, which a captain should be. And then like season 2, after they deal with the Suliban or whatever, and they got like Andorians on the bridge and Vulcans on the bridge, and you're like, oh, it's a federation of planet, and and then canceled.
We'll go back to Doctor Who. If you want a villain like that, it's a Cyberman.
I never watched Doctor Who.
You'd probably like Doctor Who.
The problem is I dated a girl who was into Doctor Who.
She was a Whovian.
Yeah, and it was like one of the more recent seasons, and I was like, this sucks.
The one with Christopher Eccleston and David what's
Tennant.
his face? Yeah.
Yeah, you probably
Those are the
watched
two
Matt
best.
Smith, right? We had the bow tie and all that shit.
Yeah.
I
That
liked
was
him.
not good.
I liked him.
No.
My thing is, I wanted to go back and watch it from the beginning, but apparently
The beginning's trash, I guess.
season 1 or series 1 doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, it's lost to time.
Yeah.
I think it's on Amazon.
No, it's gone. It burned down in a warehouse where they were storing a lot of the BBC originals. They lost a bunch of stuff from the 60s and 70s.
You have the second Doctor up, but you don't have
the original Doctor.
You can find bits and pieces of it, but you can't find like
whole episodes.
Yeah.
I wanted to, because like I was like, I'll get into this Doctor Who thing. I'll start at the beginning.
You don't really have to start at the beginning, which is what's worse.
That's what I like to do, is start at the beginning. I want to see what they were going for originally, and then see what it ended up as.
Well, I mean, like, watching it, especially with again, Chris Eccleston and then David Tennant after it, they use the weakest link in some of the episodes.
Yeah.
And it's really fucking entertaining, because it's like, wow, the British just didn't fucking care, did they?
No. The weakest link.
I would really like to see.
You are the weakest thing. Goodbye. Remember when that was fucking all over pop culture?
Ugh.
I want to see a good Star Trek movie though.
I would love to see it.
Like the
another
first
one's
two,
coming out.
the first two Star Trek movies were good.
Oh, the combo
Originals
was
or
bad.
The reboots.
the J-Brum verse?
The first one was
kind
good.
of cool. The second one.
No, the first one was good.
I heard the third one was a lot better than the second one.
Third one was the most like a Star Trek movie.
The first one had to like establish the new universe.
I understand, but there were so many, and this is again because I'm a huge Star Trek nerd, but there's so many continuity errors.
Well, you don't like
But
it because
they're
they made
supposed to be
Kirk
because
too
it's
jokey,
time.
right?
They took everyone's personality and went, well,
Amped it up.
we know Kirk's a womanizer and he has sex and he likes to punch stuff, so let's make him only have sex and punch things. And it's like, no, Kirk is actually a really moral and down to earth and very logical commander.
Yeah, but again, I don't want to say it's like cause time travel, but because of the whole time travel thing.
I guess, but
like,
at the same time, it's like, hey, he has sex with green women, and the first scene we see him as an adult, he's getting out
He's
of bed
fucking
with
a green
two
woman.
green
Yeah.
women. Oh, get it? Whoa, you know. And Spock is screaming and crying all the time, and it's like Spock doesn't scream and cry all the time. What the fuck is this?
It was mom's Winona Ryder and she died.
When he fucking inhaled space hippie spores and took over the Enterprise, and Kirk had to beat him with a metal pipe. Real episode, it's fucking awesome. He didn't scream or cry or anything, and he wasn't even acting logical like a Vulcan. Spock is just a reserved guy in general. And then, like, they gave Ahura things to do, even though all she ever did before was just go, Captain, incoming signal. And like,
Yeah, but like they had to.
they gave Sulu a sword fight just because in that one Mirror episode, or no, that one episode where he's fencing, it's like, oh, well, Sulu loves swords, so let's give him a sword fight.
It's also
Was that
because he's
Kumar
Asian, so.
or Harold?
Exactly, and then they make him gay,
Is
and
that
then
the Harold and Kumar guy?
yeah, and then even George Takei came out and went, "Why
He
the
was
fuck
like,
did you make
"Could we
Sulu
not?"
like why? Why? Because I'm gay, Sulu's gay, Sulu's not me." And it's just like, yeah, see, they
Oh, is that his character in this
Yeah.
show?
I don't know. I like to see like everyone kind of like turn to 11
I don't like
just for
that.
like no, just to see something different. Just to see something like infinitely different compared to what we've already seen.
The beginning was cool when you see like what. Because in the TV show, they never had the budget to do the battles.
Oh, yeah, no.
So it'd always be like two ships, like here and here.
The
and
two
just
shitty
shooting.
like yeah.
You know, but in this one you see like, whoa, there's lots of lasers and explosions, and like they're actually doing tactical maneuvers because you exist in a 3D space, not a linear one like a naval battle. You
Yeah.
can actually do weird angles and shit like that. And I was like, that's cool. But then they started talking, and the plot kicked in, and I was like, oh, this sucks. And then the second one, I was like, this is so fucking stupid.
The second one wasn't great, but it was like
Remember the part where Spock is screaming, "I'll kill you!" and punching Khan on a flying car as they fly through Earth or whatever?
the second one wasn't bad. It just wasn't. It
I
wasn't
didn't enjoy
great.
the second one.
I didn't enjoy this, especially compared to the original
When I
Wrath of Khan.
first saw
I
Star Trek,
don't compare it.
It has Khan in it.
yeah, but
I know,
fucking
but-
J.J. Abrams the whole time was like, I swear to God, this isn't a Wrath of Khan movie.
And they tried so hard not to make it a Wrath of Khan movie that they made it like a weird, bad movie.
A weird Wrath of Khan movie.
No, but that's just J.J. Abrams being like,
J.J.
it's
Abrams
super secret.
sucks.
I forget what happened to the third
No,
one.
I don't care what you say. I just rewatched The Force Awakens. The beginning of that movie is amazing. And the rest of the movie is really good too.
See, this is where you see the Star Wars and Star Trek like.
Yeah, the divide, because I'm like, it's not good, though, because, dude, what if it's the Death Star, but, like, a whole fucking planet, and what if it blows up Coruscant, but it's not really Coruscant?
And it blows up more than one planet at a time.
At the same time, and all the other guys see the lasers blowing up these planets, they're close enough that
But
they can
they
see
need
a
to
whole
load
planet
all
and
the
grab
energy
entire...
of the sun before they do it.
Dude, I know about that, and the Star Forge is infinitely cooler than the Star Killer base.
What the fuck is this? What's the Star Forge?
Kotar. It's a thing that takes all the minerals and elements from a sun and forges an entire ship in like a second. So it's a giant military installation hovering above a sun, just creating spaceships constantly non-stop.
That's a nightmare.
Yeah.
I need you
And-
guys to both rewatch The Force Awakens.
No.
I saw it 3 times, and I hated it every single time.
I saw it once Han Solo dies. That's all I cared about.
Dude, the death was done well.
It was done okay.
No, it was done very well.
No, it
If
was,
they did something with the death where he goes, son, you know what you have to do, and they expanded upon that, but they didn't.
If
so
they
pointless point.
showed
They
Han
did.
Solo,
He killed his father, and that was the whole movie. There, he's like telling his dad, he's like, "I still have the light in me," blah blah blah, and then he kills his dad, and his father, thinking if he goes with him, it's gonna get the dark side away, but then he kills his dad in secret, and in his head,
I
he's
guarantee you,
that's the last grip of the light side I have
no,
now.
Han Solo killed himself. Han Solo was
Solo-
like, I need to be done with the Star Wars trilogy.
Yes, that's exactly why. But he goes, he has the lightsaber to him, and he goes, you know what you need to do, as if you gotta kill me, because he's hesitating to kill him, because if he wanted to kill his dad, he'd just walk up and fucking kill him. But instead, he's hesitating, and he goes, son, you gotta do this. You know what you gotta do.
I like this.
So he chooses to let himself die, because there used to be this theory that Kylo was an inside agent trying to topple Snoke, right? Right, that's a pretty good theory. That would have made an interest. Oh wait, Snoke is pointless, and he killed Han Solo, even though Han Solo left a cryptic message, so that doesn't matter.
See, I like to think though what you need to
Stop
do is when
apologizing for Star Wars.
When he was holding the lightsaber, he's about to give it to him. Then all of a sudden, Kylo Ren grips it, and you have like the little thing of Han Solo being like a little bit like. Then all of a sudden.
Now, did we see that on screen, or is that you just saying that you wanted that to happen?
Screen, bro.
No, it's not.
You need to rewatch
Stop apologizing for Star Wars.
All I know is our boy JJ is gonna fix the next one.
He's not my boy. I don't like him.
He's our boy.
You know what's great about JJ? Shaky camera, lens flare.
Hey, Lost was awesome.
No, it wasn't.
Dude, how
Did
satisfying.
you watch the end of that?
How satisfying was Lost's ending when they wrapped up all those mysteries?
They were all dead to begin
With one bullshit answer that was revealed like however long ago in like season 2 when the fucking guy who was in
Season 1 was the smoke monster, right?
Yeah.
And then it just
Smoke
turns
Monster
out.
kind of went through the
Then
whole
you
thing.
it turns out it's a polar bear. I was like, done. Boop.
Dude,
You know?
no, because season 2, the guy who played Sam and fucking not Sam, the other one in Lord of the Rings, was it Sam?
Merry or Pippin, right?
One of the fuckers.
No, it's the
and he was like, "Yeah, everyone's dead." Like it ruined like you didn't have to watch the rest of it.
Dude,
it's like, all right,
there's a button in a bunker, and if you don't press it, something bad will happen. What do you mean? Well, I didn't press
Something.
it, and that's why your plane crashed.
yeah.
Dumb.
Lost wasn't that good, but want to know what is good? The ending of this episode. I'm Chris. That's Chris.
Wait.
That's Chad.
Wait.
Join us for next
Wait.
time for more Just Your Average
Wait.
podcast.
Wait.
We're already at an hour and 15 minutes. I'm not waiting for
Wait.
you.
What?
Hold on, one more thing. Thanks for
Get
watching
fucked.
Just Your Average Podcast.
Bye. Touch
And
yourself, not
welcome to
others.
Just Your Average Podcast.
Welcome
I'm
to
Chris.
Just Your Average Cult Culture. I'm
Welcome.
Chad. This
And
is
I'm Chris.
This is Chris.
We're going to talk about what kind of movies we want to see made in Hollywood.